Hi, this time I wanted to share my thoughts on the part 2, featuring the RemiNES campaign, the Super Smash Bros. Campaign. I think it was a great session overall. However, I do want to point out something because I think it is important for actual plays that suddenly have the immersion completely shattered. There was this moment of this minor hiccup during the session where a question was asked, and you can identify how the immersion we had going it was cracking. So it's very important to cover those cracks immediately so that the immersion is preserved. I have seen actual plays where someone starts to ask questions out of character, and the game master, instead of making those patches, applying those patches, in my case, I mentioned something like what Elroy meant to say was, and I like worded the correct way of obtaining information through roleplay. Remember that in almost all of my videos, I have the video on how to obtain information through roleplay, how to obtain details about this fictional world through roleplay. Please check it out. There is no reason whatsoever for you to step out of character. But like I said, luckily we patched those cracks on the immersion immediately, and no other questions were asked out of character during the session, during the rest of the session. Mm, And in other actual plays, I have seen those moments where a player asks a question to the game master, and the game master, instead of fixing things up, patching things up, protecting the immersion, well, I guess you could say keeping the flow, rather. That's a more correct way of putting it. Keeping the flow of the immersion. The game master answers the question, and then it becomes a vicious cycle because as a game master, you're now informing the players, hey, it's okay to ask questions out of character, and they are going to keep on doing it. One of my viewers also runs actual plays. I'm not going to mention his name because it was I consider them to be somewhat minor things, but if he's watching this video in those actual plays, the players suddenly ask questions, and instead of correcting those things, because in the social contract it was established that there was going to be roleplay. Instead of correcting those things, he answers the questions, and they keep on doing it, and it's the immersion is completely ruined, in my opinion. I can once it happens, you're kind of like, because now it is no longer an adventure. Now it is no longer about players experiencing the world. Now you are having a conversation about a game, and roleplay is going to be ruined like that. I think that in a way, that's a productive way of looking at things. When you spot that question moment in the session, you can pretty much tell the difference. Like, it's almost like as if suddenly everything stopped for a moment, like, oof, oof. So, yes, but like I said, it was just one minor hiccup, so things moved on pretty well. I really like how the players, both rather all of them, Alberto, Ryan, Tyler, they all use their creativity to carry out their actions. They were thinking on video game logic. It was pretty cool. I also think that they worked together quite well. There was a lot of teamwork, and because of their creativity, roleplay was took charge of the session. There were a couple of moments with automatic successes because the ideas were great for that particular moment. This is not just a game, this is also a role-playing game. So you have to give roleplay its place. In the case of Flamezombie or Tyler, he took some pretty risky actions. And the more risks that you take, obviously, the dice are not going to be favoring you all of the time. That's why he eventually died during the session. Luckily, it's a video game setting, so he was just he respawned later on. I think that it's also great how just giving just giving a few essential essential or fundamental details concerning the scenes, the players themselves, they almost stitched everything together. You only need to give the basic structure of a particular scene, and they are going to picture it according to their own understanding of video game tropes. In this case, it depends on the setting. If it's going to be a realistic setting, they are going to come up with some realistic, yes, pictures. They're going to have their own realistic perception of things. But because this is a video game setting, they start to imagine it as some sort of uh, it has been arranged within a video game framework. Yes, I think that's a correct way of putting it. So I hope you enjoyed that actual play. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. The link is going to be in the description of this video. I'm also going to put a link to Flamezombie's video where Tyler shares his thoughts on the session. Definitely check it out as well. As always, thank you for watching my videos. If you have any comments or questions, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you, and see you later.